Hey everyone, here's Kitwana. Today we are traveling back to your childhood with a real classic Lion King toy, a huge toy and honestly one of the very best Lion King toys that have been released to date. It's from 1994, from the initial release of the animated classic, the fantastic Pride Rock Deluxe playset by Mattel. So you might have already seen a Kitwana's Toys episode featuring a Pride Rock playset. That was episode number 2 when I showed you this one here. And you can see the difference between the Deluxe Pride Rock playset and the regular playset is that the Deluxe playset comes with the action figures included. And let me show you this version, the bigger version. I said the smaller version I already featured in episode number 2. So let's look at the back of this huge set. We can see this child playing with the action figures with Scar and adult Simba on the Pride Rock playset. Here's Rafiki and Banzai and Timon, and these figures you can see over here as well. We've got adult Simba, Zazu, Banzai, Rafiki, Timon and Scar. So 6 action figures are included in this fantastic set that has the classic funnel design like all Mattel toys had back then. It is a huge box, really huge box, and this reminds me so much of childhood, and you can see this child has a lot of fun playing with Scar. Can't blame him. Take a look at the back of the box. We've got the classic Lion King logo here, and then there's a short description of the story of the original animated classic. It does mention that Scar is Mufasa's brother, and it also mentions that at the end Simba and Nala's son is born, completing the circle of life. So most definitely Kion. Over here you can see the various action features. Of course the figures themselves have action features, and you can see it includes the elephant bones, Pride Rock, and on top of Pride Rock is Rafiki's Treehouse and the elephant bone trap. And it also mentions the water bubbling action that is activated by pressing the respective button. Over here we can see all the action figures again around the Pride Rock playset. And of course, my favorite, adult Simba. So let's unbox the set. Really can't wait to do that. Let's open it on this end, since this is a little bit faded from the sun. The set ran me about $90 on eBay, and you can see it's still packaged in the box. Never been opened before, so I'm going to do this carefully. I definitely want to keep the box. A piece of cardboard that we do not need. Here we have the action figures. Really cool. This really means childhood. And here piece of cardboard. Got Rafiki's Treehouse. So there is some assembly to do. Oh, look at that. Here. We do have a simple one-sided instruction sheet. It's pretty self-explanatory. Some assembly to do, but it's actually not too difficult. We've got the actual Pride Rock here. We've got the base, and we've got Rafiki's Treehouse. And here we have the elephant bones and the bone trap. So we're putting together a Pride Rock. That's pretty easy, this part snaps in here. Here's Rafiki's Treehouse that goes on top here. The bone trap goes in here. Okay, so I just put the playsets together, and what I noticed is that the mechanism of the elephant bone trap doesn't seem to work properly, because what is supposed to happen is when you press the white rock here, the bones are supposed to quickly snap into place, creating a trap for a small action figure to get trapped in here. For example, young Simba as seen in the movie. However, that is not much of a problem, since you can also just move this by hand, and you will still have the actual playing feature. So that's okay. We also have 4 elephant bones included, including this large skull piece. These are supposed to go in a random order, just here on the actual set. Now, the other action feature that this toy has is the bubbling feature of the water hole. And what you are going to need to do is to add a little bit of water in here. And then the bubbling feature is activated by pressing this big button here. You have, when you press the button down, you have to place your finger over the hole that you can see, the little hole in the middle of the button. Press down and then release. So when you are releasing the button, you have to lift your finger off the button and off the hole specifically. And then you can see it's actually bubbling. Okay, so the weather cleared up again, the water hole is dry again, so this is the perfect time to look at the action figures. That's it. There are 6 pieces of them. Let's look at Zazu first. This is definitely the smallest figure. It's a simple rubber figure that does not have an action feature, but looks really good. Looks like the actual character seen in the animated classic. Same goes for Timon. This is also a solid figure with no action features. He's missing his friend Pumbaa. He's not included in this set. But we do have Rafiki. And Rafiki does come with his stick, and by pressing a button on his back, his arms actually move back and forth. So Rafiki does have an action feature, and he is able to stand pretty well. Then we have one of the hyenas. It is Banzai. Really glad that they included one of the hyenas in this set. These action figures are so underrepresented in basically all Lion King merchandise that have been released until today. So this is great to see. Really great face. And when you press down the button on the mane is actually the button, so very neatly integrated. The front legs will kick. Now this is pretty cool. The rear legs can be posed as well, and the same goes for the tail. It's movable as well. So this is pretty cool. Actually, another feature when you press the main button is that not only the legs kick, but also the mouth opens and closes, the head moves. This is cool. This offers a lot of playability. So let's put Banzai here. Then we look at our 2 lions. We've got Scar. I'm sure he is a favorite with so many of my viewers, and I can relate. Scar has an action feature as well. When you press the button on his mane, the front legs kick and the mouth opens and closes. This is really cool. It just seems like the mechanism of this particular figure is a bit stuck, but I'll try to give you a detailed shot of it so you can see it better. The rear legs can be posed as well, and the tail moves 360 degrees. We put Scar here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. And so we can look at the last action figure. Which is adult Simba, my favorite. Super happy that they included him in here. He is actually recognizable as adult Simba and not Mufasa. I think Mattel did a really great job back in 1994. Remember, there wasn't a lot of advanced 3D technologies around back then, but still they managed to do pretty recognizable action figures. Great face. It really is a bit more of a more handsome face than Mufasa has, so it's clearly recognizable as adult Simba. And Simba does have the same action feature that Scar has, you press the button on his mane and his front legs will kick and the mouth opens and closes. You can see, even see the lower teeth in its mouth. This is really great. And I love how they molded the mane. This is perfect. The rear legs move as well and the tail does as well. So we put Simba up here. That's his place, that's where he belongs to as the rightful Lion King. And the figures, the adult lions are about 5 inches in length, 13 centimeters, and that's for some reason just a little bit, it's not too big, but it shouldn't be any bigger because the space on top of Pride Rock is really tight. So Simba can hardly stand up here. There's definitely no place for another lion. Also, let me show you the thing that reveals Rafiki's treehouse. This is really cute. You can turn this around and it looks like regular Pride Rock again. And we'll put Simba up here again. And definitely my favorite playing feature is that I can battle adult Simba against Scar for the kingdom, and this is how I would spend hours and hours. Even today I like to actually play with this Pride Rock playset and the figures that came with it, because this is such a great timeless toy, and it's still cool as an adult to occasionally take this off the shelf and actually play with it. So yeah, that's about what I can say. I said $90 on eBay. Comes with 6 figures. The item number is 66804 if you are looking for this specific Pride Rock Deluxe playset. This is less common than the regular Pride Rock playset that came without the figures. So definitely have a good look on eBay. Occasionally you can find it, and if you're really lucky you happen to find it in the original box and still sealed like I did. Well, this is really cool. And don't worry if you weren't able to find the Deluxe playset that comes with the action figures, because the action figures by themselves aren't actually rare. They don't have a big value except for the emotional childhood value, of course, but monetary value actually hasn't increased a lot with most of these figures since 1994. They were sold in a variety of variants, including sets and both individually, so you are always going to find 1994 Mattel Lion King figures on eBay pretty easily. They are still around a lot, so you can, if you only happen to find a Pride Rock playset, you can still easily get the figures. This is no problem. Thank you so much for watching, and of course I am going to play now a little bit with Simba and Scar, and of course I'll let Simba win the battle over Pride Rock, and I'll make sure that Scar and Banzai run away and never return. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next weekend on another episode of Kitwana's Toys. Goodbye.